All right. Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. It looks like you got logged into our telehealth system, all right?
Yep, yeah, no problem. I mean, I had
Good.
trouble parking, but just kidding.
Have you used telehealth before, or is this your first time with telehealth?
I have not. I haven't.
Okay. Okay, good, good. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're able to meet. Um, Telehealth takes a little getting used to. So if you have any questions or any issues or anything come up along the way, let me know, okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay. All right, so really quick before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name's Nina Gallivan. I'm going to be your case manager while you're here at the clinic. You can call me Nina. And just to let you know, I prefer the pronouns she and her, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and what's your name?
I'm Eva Cartani, and I
Okay,
prefer she and her also.
okay. And can I call you Eva, or do you go by another name?
Sure. Call me Eva.
Eva, okay. It's nice to meet you, Eva. Thank you.
You too.
All right, so let's start off this session by really just kind of explaining what this process looks like, okay? Because this session is really going to be the groundwork that we need to have a good understanding of before we can start getting into really kind of what brings you in and what we're going to be working on while you're here, okay? So what this means when I say, an understanding of the groundwork is what this means is we're first going to go over your rights as a client, what you can expect of me as your case manager and also of the agency. We're also going to go through some of the policies, the practices of the agency, and also some of the things that I may ask of you during our work together. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you have any questions about what we're going to be focusing on today?
No, no.
Okay, okay. If when I'm talking, because I know I'm going to be doing quite a bit of talking, with this, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to stop me. Okay. I want to make sure that you have a good understanding of this. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about and make sure, that you understand are your rights while you're here. So we're first going to talk about confidentiality. And I want to make it clear that what we talk about in these sessions is completely confidential. That means whatever is said in our sessions really just stays between us. We are really strict with this rule, okay? With that being said, there are a few exceptions to this, and I want to make sure that you have a good understanding of what they are, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so the first exception would be if you do want me to be able to talk to somebody else. I would have you sign a waiver of confidentiality, it's called. And what this means is I'd have you sign a form, a paper stating who I would be able to talk to and a little bit of what I could share and what the goal of this relationship and me sharing some information about you and what we're working on would be, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And I just also want to, make it clear with these waivers is sometimes things come up while we're working together. So maybe a couple months down the road, if we're still working together, and at that point, it makes sense for us to bring somebody in, or you would want me to be able to talk to somebody at that point, we could sign that waiver then. We don't just have to sign, all the waivers right at the beginning, or today or anything like that. Okay.
That's good. Good.
Okay. All right. Another exception of this confidentiality piece would be if I had concerns that you were harming yourself or anyone else, or if you had intent to harm yourself or anyone else. I have a duty to warn, really to ensure that everybody is safe. Similarly to this is if you shared any information about the abuse or harm of any children or elderly, I'm a mandated reporter and I would need to report this as well. Okay.
Even if I'm kidding around, because I like to be sarcastic sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, no. So I would definitely not report if you're kidding around. What I would do is I would make sure that you really did have a serious intent. And I would talk to you about that. And I would talk to you about the next steps and why I would have to report and kind of what that would look like. So we would always be in constant communication. But no, if you're joking or something like that, I would not report that. Okay.
Good.
Okay, good, good. And then lastly, with this confidentiality, the last exception would be that I may be discussing my work with you, with my supervisor. And really the sole purpose of that would be to ensure that I'm providing you the best client care that I'm able to, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I know this is a lot of information. I know I've done a lot of talking. So do you have any questions about confidentiality, about your rights?
No, you've explained it really, really well. Thank you.
Okay, okay, good, good. All right, Eva, so next I want to discuss then some of the things that I may ask of you while we're working together. So the first thing that we're going to talk about are fees for services. As I think you were probably told while you were making this appointment, we work off of a sliding scale fee. So what that means is our fees are based off of your income, okay? We will ask for payment at the time of each appointment, but I just want to make it clear too that if there's ever a problem for you paying for services or you're going to miss an appointment because of financial worry, to talk to me about it first. I never want finances to be a reason why somebody's not getting the help they need. So let's talk about maybe other options or anything like that. Okay.
Okay.
So just keeping this open communication about what's going on. Okay. All right. So the next piece then would be attendance. And as we plan these sessions, you know, I get that things come up, and I get that there will be some sessions that you may miss. And I understand that. I do ask though that you try to give me at least 24 hours notice, so you wouldn't be charged for that session. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions about the fees or our cancellation policy or anything like that that I've gone over?
No, no, not at all.
Okay. Okay, good. Thanks, Eva. All right. So then last, before we really get started into what brings you in and kind of figuring out where we're going to go from here and what we're going to work on, is I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming in. I know it's not easy to talk to someone that you don't know, especially if this wasn't necessarily your idea to come in the first place. And I get that. So I really do appreciate your coming in and just being open to this process. All right.
Thank you for saying so. It is really hard for me to come in and talk to you. So making myself vulnerable is not easy. So it feels good to hear you say that.
Yeah, yeah, good. And I appreciate your honesty and your openness with this. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Eva.
Thank you.